number one problem we have between America and China right now is we don't have enough mutual understanding. And so we try and talk to both governments about their policies and what they're doing and how that affects business. Every year, we sponsor a very high-level visit of global CEOs to China, and they look around and they see for themselves. We'll do what we've always done.
"2026 is the first year of the 15th five-year plan. What are you looking for?"
The first thing that made me encouraged is last August, NDRC hosted a meeting with foreign companies, and that gave the business community an opportunity to lay out the types of goals and objectives that they hope will be expressed in the plan. And those were the types of things for the foreign business community that you would expect. It's that China will finish the work that it started on creating national treatment for all companies in China that manufacture in China. They'll create more for equal treatment of all intellectual property, wherever that intellectual property comes from. But that's what we're looking for, is the types of things that we've been working on for many years. But me personally, what I'm hoping to see is there's been more and more talk about China rebalancing towards consumption. And we've seen some really good early steps, maybe even pilot cases for how do you promote consumption in a way that's responsible. And so our hope is that my hope is that we'll see a statistic announced in the targets that there'll be a target somehow related to consumption. Because once there's a target, then everybody will focus on, everyone will take it seriously, and everyone will make sure that's met. So we've spoken a long time about consumption, but that I think would be what I'd really like to see, would be some sort of consumption-related target.
Opening up is one of 8 economic priorities for 2026. The CIIE serves as a key platform for foreign firms to observe China's high standard opening up. What do you think about the CIIE? Any advices?
I've gone to the CIIE many times, and the great thing about the CIIE is everybody's there. Every major company in the world is there, and it's organized by theme so that you can easily, see industry by sector. But it is so large that what they need to do is they need more golf carts, or more ways to get around, or more bicycles, or more scooters, because the site is so enormous, because there are so many thousands of companies there that it's really hard to get from place to place. So, small comment, but the point is, it's such a big show. There is nothing else like it anywhere in the world. Even if you spend several days there, it's really hard to see more than a small fraction of it.
The USCBC is also a key participant in the CIIE. Could you share more details on this?
What we do is every year in Shanghai, we have 2 meetings. One of them is we have a meeting that's closed door where we bring all of our members together and we talk about what's happening in the economy, what's happening in reform, what are the opportunities, what are the challenges, and we learn from each other about what's happening in China. So it's a very good conference and opportunity for companies to share their experience, to maybe share perspectives on what are the opportunities. We also have a big dinner where we invite the American companies, but also I think this year we had 160 or 170 Chinese government officials along with the American companies. And it's really important because those officials were from, I think, more than 16 provinces. So all of those provinces have got American companies and all of them want to attract more American companies. So this becomes an opportunity for companies to talk to governments and governments to talk to companies about where there are good fits. And so we have provinces that are very eager to increase the number of American companies that are there. This is an opportunity for them to talk to the leadership of those companies and explain why it is that they're a good place. And it's the same thing for companies that are looking to expand or have issues in different regions to talk to government officials from there.
What progress has been made on projects or deals between USCBC members and the local government?
Yes, but I can't talk about them. But what I can say is there's a lot of discussion about investment declining in China. And it's true, there is less investment. But it's also true that there's still a lot of investment that's coming in. And it's coming in for good reasons. It's coming in because as Chinese companies go global, part of their supply chain comes from the United States or comes from American companies. And so American companies are investing here because they're partnering with Chinese companies and boosting Chinese exports. We also see companies in the life science and pharmaceutical sector coming here and investing because they're doing joint development of drugs and medication together. They're doing joint trials of medicine. They're doing different projects here together. They're manufacturing here together. So they're selling in China and they're selling globally. We see it in many sectors. But the point is that, yes, investment continues, maybe not as much as it was before, but it's absolutely still happening. And American companies are still committed to partnering and operating and working in China like they do in every other country around the globe.
So what will the USCBC do to promote China-US trade cooperation?
Oh, so we'll do what we've always done. And that's a couple of things. The first thing is we try and give the best information and advice we can to both governments. Because we work with a lot of very large companies, we get a lot of insight into what's happening in different sectors. And sometimes the governments don't always have that same level of detail and that same level of insight. And so we try and talk to both governments about their policies and what they're doing and how that affects business. And so we do that with the American government, we do that with the Chinese government. And we do that because our belief is that business is good for the two countries. More trade, good for the two countries. More investment, good for the two countries, whichever direction it's going. So we would also say having more Chinese companies in America is good for everyone. More American companies here is good for everyone. So first thing we do is we try and give good advice and good information to both governments. The second thing we try and do, and I think this is equally important, is because again, we have so many members and we talk to both governments, then we're able to talk to companies and help them understand where are the opportunities, where are the challenges, and what are strategies that might be effective. And so in that way, we're also promoting that. And then the third thing is every year we sponsor a very high-level visit of global CEOs to China to make sure they come here, they meet with Chinese officials, they meet with Chinese businesses, and they look around and they see for themselves. Because if you ask me, the number one problem we have between America and China right now is we don't have enough mutual understanding, and we don't have enough Americans, whether it's American government officials, American members of Congress, or even American CEOs that are coming to understand the current situation firsthand. And so we do that as well.